I am making this video in light of the recent fire incident that happened in Goa in Arpura. This property owned by Romeo Lane Birch, right? So here's the thing. This isn't the first time Romeo Lane was burned down. Uh, I came to Goa 4 years ago from Bangalore to work for a nightclub called Chronicles or Glory. And after I joined, and the working period was like from November to April, and when March came, these people stopped paying our salaries. And like for the last 1 month my salary was 50,000 and I was not paid, and that made me very angry. But here's the thing, what I got to know from the staff, they were like, yeah, these guys do this every year. Every year, the last 1 month or 2 month, they kick everyone out, all the staff out. They do not pay them the salary, and this has been going on for many years. And I was angry, sure, but I tried to go to the cops. I told them that this. How am I supposed to pay my rent? I've shifted here from Bangalore. What am I supposed to do? Who will help me? And the cops did nothing. They did not arrest that person. They did not even question them. They did not even call them up. They just said to my face that this is out of our jurisdiction. We cannot do anything. Yeah, actually, as a cop, you can call up people and you can ask for a clarification. You can lodge an FIR, but the cops did not do that. I went to Anjuna police station, but I also had a friend in Anjuna police station who said, you know what, these guys are not gonna do anything. Go to the labor commissioner, give a written complaint, and if someone helps you, they might be the only people who help you. So why I chose to do it was because one night I just went to hang out with a friend of mine who was also a staff there, and they used to live in an accommodation because they were like housekeeping and bartenders, so their salary was lower, so they had an accommodation provided by the company. But I was working as a hostess. I was taking table reservations and calls and stuff. So my salary was higher, so I found a place outside. I was renting my own space. So when I go to my friend's accommodation, he is crying and he tells me that कि भाई मेरे ना अभी लड़का हुआ है घर पे, मेरा बच्चा हुआ है घर पे, and I am from Maharashtra. मैं क्या मुंह लेके, with what face do I go back to my house and I tell my wife that I do not have the last month's salary, that मेरे को salary नहीं मिला है, मेरे को accommodation से निकाल दिया है. So these people would not pay for the accommodation, and the employees would be forced to vacate broke ass, and they would be forced to find a way to just go back to their state, and then the next season they would just hire new people. Okay. And I had given this club, I still have given them a track record sales in all of Vagator, but they just refused to pay my salary. So I took 21 signatures. I still have the written report. I took 21 signatures and I went to the labor commissioner and I gave this report that said, okay, this is what these people have been doing. There was a full-blown case on it. That club was broken in a few weeks. That club was completely broken, uprooted. That guy was called, the owner, his name is Rakesh Sharma and Deepesh Sharma, and they also have a rave case against them in Paradise Island and stuff like that, things that I did not know when I had joined it. Because I was from another city and I didn't really know the owner's name. The lady who hired me was a British lady who was working as a fake face front, Francesca Garke, with these criminals, and these people were so disrespectful. Even the guests who came in the club, they'd be like, "Arey chutiya hai," like this, things like this. They would not respect the guests, they would not respect the staff, right? And they want to run a business, and that is not how you run a business, especially hospitality. It comes from respect and it comes from knowing how to treat someone right. Okay, you don't just take someone's money and you don't just call them an idiot behind their back. Okay. And I worked really hard. Like, a lot of people got to know my name, like the owner of Lilliput. He actually kicked him out because he was not wearing the right band, but I was just doing my job. And he comes back inside and he's very impressed. He said, hey, I would like to hire this girl, she's doing an awesome job. And the same place these owners are, last month, just to not pay my salary, they are telling something like, you did a shitty ass job, so we are not gonna pay you your salary, which was not true at all. Because everyone who came there, all of the highest paying clients, they had my number, and they used to wish me and they used to tell me that how much they enjoyed their time there and how well I took care of them. Because even the bouncers were taking $500 and they were allowing people inside into the tables and stuff. But yeah, so when I was working there, that time also I heard, and I know this for a fact because I know some of the cops also, that this Romeo Lane's property, which was in Vagator, was also burned down once with Molotov and stuff, and it was some staff grudge or something, because these guys have not been paying their salary, and इनका बहुत complain आता है, and still these guys operate. Why? Like, why? When someone is giving, अगर एक normal इंसान जाके, they are complaining to the cops, and the cops are saying we are not interested in your case. You know what? Because the club owners are paying us more money to let it run. So then what is a person supposed to do? Tell me. How are you letting businesses like this run? The place where I worked was known as a hub for prostitution, drugs, and things like this. Still there is prostitution and drugs, but it has, from what I see in the last 3-4 years I've been here, it has reduced a lot. A lot of businesses and properties have been shut down. But yeah, Romeo Lane has been one of the properties which constantly gets complaints. So I'm just saying, like, when you know this property has existed for a decade and every year you get complaint and you sit on your ass and you do nothing, and then in the end you're telling that you're gonna arrest them. Yeah, you're gonna arrest them and you're gonna let them out, because the even after giving a written complaint, the people who were the owners of my club, Rakesh Sharma, Dipesh Sharma, Francesca, these people have never been arrested. They have still not paid me my 50,000. They chose to pay the rest. They paid like 19 of the 21 people, but me and my closest friend who gave me all the info about them, they chose to not pay us, and the cops didn't do anything about it. And I don't know, that we don't see them in Goa anymore, but it still stands that I fought for it, but I got others justice. But yeah, where's my justice? They never even called me back. The cops never called me back on my number. They never said that, has it been resolved? Did it, ma'am, आपका issue resolve हुआ कि नहीं? Nothing. Like, I just heard from the employees that, hey, yeah, we got our salaries, and I heard from others that they were called to the police station and they were asked to transfer the money right on spot. And as a matter of fact, Chronicles Glory was also the club that was paying highest amount of bribery. So this is the condition of Goa. Hard-working businesses are not able to survive here because you're letting con men run business in your state. Who's suffering in the end? It's the locals, and it's people like us who come here for jobs and a little money to have a stable life. And this is what we go through, and in the end when we want to complain, yeah, women's safety is great, but what about things like this? What about all the con that's running here in Goa? Like, why do you allow, how can you release such people? Like, you should just cancel their permit and be like, just go back and do the business in your state. No, you don't have to be here. But no, I guess Goa is known for gambling. Goa is known for drugs, alcohol, prostitution. I guess this is Goa, right? You have made the face of Goa like this with your own deed of not doing anything, just sitting on the ass and just saying, "Okay, this is out of my